John had been struggling with anxiety for years, and it was starting to become unbearable. He felt like he was surrounded by a constant cloud of fear and worry, and it was becoming difficult for him to leave the safety of his home. Every time John tried to go out in public, he felt his heart would beat faster than usual and his palms would get sweaty. He could feel panic bubbling up inside of him, and it was hard to concentrate on anything else. The worst part was that he wasn't even sure why he was feeling so anxious in the first place. He knew logically that there shouldn't be anything wrong, but the fear just kept growing more intense every day. John eventually got to the point where he dreaded leaving his house and started avoiding social activities altogether. He became isolated from family and friends, spending most of his days alone in his room, watching movies or playing video games. At first, this arrangement would work okay for John. He felt safe in his own space and didn't have to worry about facing the outside world. But after a while, those small comforts weren't enough anymore, and John found himself sinking into a deep depression because of how much his anxiety had taken over his life. He eventually decided that enough was enough. He needed to try to do something about this before it got any worse. He asked around for advice from people who also suffer from anxiety, seeking out different strategies they use to manage their own fears. Through lots of trial and error, John eventually found methods that seemed to work for him. Things like deep breathing exercises, positive self-talk, visualizing calming images during moments of distress, which allowed him to slowly start re-engaging with society again without overwhelming fear hindering him at every turn. It's been several months since then, but John is still on a journey towards recovering from anxiety. Some days are better than others, but he's starting to believe that one day soon things will be back to normal again, that maybe one day soon he'll be able to go out into the public without any fear whatsoever holding him back from life as fully as possible once again.